They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. Touchdown! Daniel Bellinger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Turn on this one is a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's James returning. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together. Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult. Throwing Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll look to throw again. He's got Bellinger. Oh, he bowls over it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest. You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down? Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pad. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The Giants at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Kyle Long back from retirement, the guilty party on that one.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Jones.
Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Second down and 3.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Jones.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On the return, it's James. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. But fortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Come Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Ray here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants, they are set to receive this kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Oh, the return is Prochet. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
– 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll buy some time right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. 3 quarters in the books. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Jones. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 55 yards. And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Breida. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Whoa.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They find some open field here. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to play.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
No, we changed it. Quick.
To throw again on second down. Jackson looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last two games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. and that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't go minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't